Hey guys, I'm your host Isaac Garza, and welcome to Bit Sports, where we talk football, basketball, baseball, and soccer. But today's episode, we're talking Champions League. There was 4 really good games, and we're going to talk about them and discuss them here in Bit Sports. So come on, let's go. Let's get right into it. So today we're talking Champions League. There's a total of 2 games played Tuesday afternoon, which were Benfica and Dortmund and Barcelona and PSG. But I have my friends here, Miguel and Carlos, talking about the games. And we're going to talk about Barcelona and PSG first. The score was 4-0. What do you guys think of the game?
Well, surprising. I mean, I don't think anybody expected this. A lot of people picked Barcelona to win. I guess maybe PSG did have a chance, but maybe winning the game. But nobody expected this, a 4-0 score sheet against Barcelona.
Yeah, PSG came into the season playing okay. It seemed like they were starting to get their rhythm, and they finally got it. In these past couple games, they got on I think it was a 4-game win streak before that game. And Barcelona also struggled at the beginning of the season, and they started looking good. But I mean, in this game, obviously PSG outshined Barcelona completely in every part of the pitch.
That's true. I agree with both of you guys. But what did Barcelona do wrong? What y'all think they did wrong?
Well, I think their biggest fault started at the midfield. Starting with Busquets. Busquets is an essential part of Barcelona. And me and Carlos, we watched, for example, in the Manchester City game, when they lost 3-1, Busquets did horrible. They shut down Busquets. And Guardiola, I think he knew that, and that's why he shut them down. And Barcelona started crumbling. And I think they did the same thing again in this game. Barcelona started doing bad. Busquets started doing bad. He went too far up into the pitch, went into challenges wrong, and then left flat-footed and not being able to come back because he's just not fast enough for it. Andre Gomes, he's not a good defender. We hadn't had really a chance to see Andre Gomes defend in the past because he hadn't really had to defend against the teams that he plays in La Liga. But in this game, he had to, and he did poorly. And Iniesta is just, he's old, man. We all love Iniesta for the things that he's done, the way he plays. But this game, his age, he wasn't able to track back like he used to.
I agree completely. I think in the midfield, you're able to control the game. That famous tiki-taka wasn't there anymore, especially in the past decade. Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets. That isn't there anymore at all. And you could see that Verratti, Matuidi, they controlled it completely from the very beginning. Defensive errors too. Umtiti made a couple of errors here and there. But obviously your superstars need to outshine other players as well, although everyone in Barcelona is a superstar. Messi didn't do anything at all.
That's true. So, talking about Messi, what do you think Messi's performance was? Was it good, bad? What would you rate it?
It reminded us that he's human. I mean, a lot of people, he's superhuman, greatest player, debatable, you could say, greatest player right now in the world, soccer player. Now, I feel that this is probably a bad game that he won't have again, but as far as Messi, he looked like he was indifferent, wasn't engaging, lost a lot of balls in the field, didn't even have a pass in the box, in the opponent's box. But yeah, Messi did not play well at all.
I think obviously Messi had a bad game. He had a really bad game, and he doesn't have them often, but he did today. But I still contribute back to the midfield because Messi, when you look at the score at the team sheet, Messi's a right wing. So his job should not be having to come down next to Piqué to get the ball to make the plays happen. He shouldn't have to do that. And he did. He had to do that on various occasions. He did it, and then he lost the ball, and then they scored the goal off of that play where he lost it. And again, it's his fault, but at the same time, he shouldn't have to be doing the job of the midfield. That's what the midfield is for. He shouldn't have to do that. And Messi, that's what he's been having to do, and today it caught up with him. He lost the ball, and then in another play, he lost the ball, and Draxler almost scored on that play as well. So he didn't do good. He missed passes. He did bad touches. He tried, but he didn't look like the Messi that we're used to seeing.
True that. And we talked about Barcelona, what they do wrong, but what did PSG do right? What do you guys think?
Oh, PSG did everything right. Every single part of the field, they came out ready to go. And when I looked at the team, the back four was what I thought right away. I'm like, oh, okay, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar are going to dismantle him. because the oldest one is 25, which is the right back Munier, and then Kimpembe, he's 21. As far as I know, it's the first time he's had to face a big team like this. And then Marquinhos, who's been with PSG a while, he's 22. And then their right back was Van der Weel, if I'm not mistaken, and he's 24. So, I mean, a very young back line, but they did very well. Kimpembe was amazing. He went into challenges really well. And then Rabiot, which is 21 as well, he did very well on the pitch. He did very good up and down the entire game. Verratti, who every time they play Barcelona, he always does very good, every single time. PSG just did everything right on the pitch.
Yeah, they had a game plan, and that was attack. It was attack from the very beginning. And you could see it from the very first minute, there was high pressure on Barcelona, which is very dangerous to do because they know how to pass the ball, they know how to get out those situations, but they pressured from the very beginning, and you could see that it affected the whole back line of Barcelona. That's where Umtiti came in. And I think maybe a part of Mascherano not being there, because Mascherano knows how to play in the back, but Umtiti made a couple of errors here and there. But the game plan that they brought in, PSG just, I don't know if it caught them off guard, because I know that teams have pressured Barcelona before, but they went on a full-out attack on Barcelona, and you can see the score sheet.
That's true. So you think Diaz coached Enriquez?
Well, yeah. I mean, Emre was, he used to coach in La Liga too. I'm pretty sure he knew, maybe he played against Barcelona a few times. A great manager. From the very beginning, he had a game plan. Again, the midfield, the players have to be part. They're a huge part of it. Obviously, they're the ones that make the final plays in the game. But the game plan was instituted there from the very first minute, and yeah, you can say that he did outcoach him.
Yeah, in this match, definitely. He definitely did it. Like I said, he coached in La Liga with Sevilla. He took him to 2 Europa Leagues. And, you know, he knows Barcelona. He knows the Europe competition. And he did very well. He came out with the game plan that worked flawlessly. And, you know, if he does that again, then, you know, I can see them going on to the next round.
Yeah. Now the question everybody's asking, y'all think Barcelona can win the Champions League, or are they out completely of the Champions League?
I don't rule them out. I don't rule them out completely not just because of the sport that we're talking about, that anything can happen, and because it's a Champions League and anything can happen, but because it is Barcelona. And, you know, when you have Messi up there, when you have Suarez up there, when you have Neymar, they can do anything. You know, out of nowhere, they can score those goals, like when they were against Bayern Munich, when 70th minute, and 0-0, and Bayern Munich looked better, and then out of nowhere, 3 goals. You know, so anything can happen, especially since they're playing at the Camp Nou. But I don't rule them out completely, although obviously PSG has a huge advantage over them.
I would rule them out. I think PSG, the team that they have, all they need is to score one. You have to score one as a visitor, and Barcelona has to score 6. So I don't see them coming from a 4-0 deficit. I mean, obviously Barcelona has the potential to come back, and it's very, very few teams that can do that. Very few teams that can come back from a 4-0 deficit, but history is against them. I don't think they'll be able to.
Yeah.
That's true. So now the second game was Benfica and Dortmund. Benfica won that 1-0. What do you guys think about that?
Well, Dortmund had a bad game as well. Not as bad as Barcelona, but then Aubameyang, he missed a penalty to be able to get the draw. I think also the Benfica had a good game plan against them, but Dortmund didn't have a good game at all. Just all over.
Yeah, well, Dortmund, you know, they controlled the whole game. They had 70% possession. They had a lot more shots on target. They had a lot more corners. They did everything that they should have done except score the goal. You know, Aubameyang missed 2 clear chances. I mean, clear. On any other day of the week, any other game, Aubameyang scores those 2. I mean, he's the top scorer in the Bundesliga right now, and he missed those chances. It didn't look like Aubameyang that we're used to seeing this year. And, you know, Dortmund, they had the win and they let it slip, and Benfica, their one shot that was on target, they made the goal. So they obviously did a better in that aspect of the field, although I think Dortmund has the next game. I think they'll pass.
That's sure, I agree. So Wednesday afternoon, there was 2 games as well. There was Bayern versus Arsenal and Real Madrid versus Napoli. Real Madrid won 3-1. What you guys think of that game?
Well, I mean, it's Real Madrid. You know, they're obviously were the favorites to win that game. They always were. You know, Napoli's a good team. They have good players. In the Serie A, they do very well. But I mean, when you have a midfield like Real Madrid has, when you have the attack, the defense, even the goalkeeper, all of them, they play very well. So I think they were favorites to win. I don't think anybody was too surprised about it. They did play in the Bernabeu, and you know they're gonna go play in Napoli's home now. And I don't rule them out completely, but I mean, obviously Real Madrid's favorites to win that game.
Yeah, I think they're actually going to win the series too, to me. Bayern Arsenal. Bayern won 5-1. What do you guys think of that game?
Well, I mean, Bayern did amazing. You know, they controlled the game the entire time. You know, they had the ball. They played the way they wanted to play, and they just outtook Arsenal in that second half. They just blew them out. After that second goal went in, it just Arsenal crumbled.
Yeah, and, they played pretty well towards the end of the first half, Arsenal, after the penalty, when Alexis scored. So they did pretty well. I think in the second half, there was a certain substitution they did, and that's where they pretty much had no possession of the ball at all in the second half, and that's where Bayern dominated. They won 5-1.
So was Bayern playing good, or Arsenal was just playing completely bad?
I would say it's just Bayern playing excellent. I mean, Arsenal did have a bad game. It looked like they weren't doing anything at all on the pitch, but Bayern Munich was just amazing on all aspects, on defense, midfield, up top, and there was like plays where even when Arsenal would have the ball, they would recover like really fast, and they would get the ball, just play with it again, and then they completely dominated Arsenal in all aspects. I just feel you have to give all the credit to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of both. You know, Arsenal, they tried to hang on. They did their best to hang on as much as they could. But I want to give a lot of credit to Xabi Alonso and Vidal. They played phenomenal. They controlled the midfield. They had the ball, and they would pick out the perfect passes to keep possession of the ball. They played very well. Bayern Munich, like you said, they just outshined them all over the field. Bayern Munich did a lot better. Like after that second goal, like I said, Arsenal crumbled. And the substitution when Gabriel came in for Koscielny, I think that had an impact on Arsenal as well.
And how great do you have to be to have Müller come off the bench and then literally minutes later score? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Have those players on the bench. Yeah, Bayern is just amazing. The players that they have. Yeah.
So I know earlier you talked about the Arsenal penalty. You think that was a good call? You think Lewandowski actually did bad in that play?
It looks like I say it was a play on. I mean, it looks like he got him. Well, he caught him with the kick, but I say just play on, no foul.
It was a hard call, man. It was real hard call for the referee. Obviously, the referee sees it in live time. We have a replay, but I mean, in live time, I would agree with the referee because it does look like because Lewandowski does kick him. He does kick him. Koscielny does get to the ball first. But, I mean, like I said, I don't know. If I have the replay, I don't call it penalty either. But live time, I understand why the referee would call it.
So y'all think Arsenal has a chance in this Champions League?
Not at all, man. Unless they have 12 players on the field, then yeah. But no, against Bayern Munich, I think it might be a different situation with Barcelona. It's almost the same difference of goals. But Barcelona being Barcelona, Arsenal, I don't see anything that can give me reason to feel or even believe they have a chance. There's no way they're coming back.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I think Bayern Munich is gonna outscore them again in this next match. So, I mean, I don't see, like you said, I don't see anything. Nothing convinces me that Arsenal is gonna come back. I feel the same way.
You know, when Ozil signed with Arsenal, they promised him a Champions League. You think he's gonna stay on Arsenal if they don't win this?
His contract ends at the end of the season. It ends at the end of the season, and I think Ozil will be looking to leave because, like you said, they promised him a Champions League. They said when he signed on that he's gonna get it, and I don't think a Premier League in general can win a Champions League anytime soon, just because of how great Bayern Munich are, how great Real Madrid and Barcelona are, how great even PSG now is. I mean, they've always had amazing players. I don't think Arsenal can win a Champions League anytime soon, and I think that's what Ozil is looking for. So he'll probably be looking for a change in team after the season.
Yeah, if Osil is looking for a Champions League title, then he's not going to get it in Arsenal. I don't believe so. I think the previous tournament they were also out in the round 16. So I don't think he's going to get it. So if that's his main goal, looking for a Champions League, he's going to have to look outside of Arsenal and, like even you mentioned, even outside of the Premier League, just of the crop of teams that's out there. You got the Barcelonas, Madrids, Atleticos, Bayern Munich, Dortmund. So it's going to be hard for them to even get past that round. So I don't see Osil even trying to stay for Arsenal.
I appreciate you guys coming out and talking about the games with me. Make sure you comment down below what you thought about the game, if you agree with our opinions, and make sure you liked it if you did agree. And subscribe down below, or subscribe for more videos like this. Till next time, Bit Sports.